Attention, Bears fans, you are about to enter a whirlwind of expectations, frustrations, and decisions that could define our team's direction for years to come. While the city daydreams about the explosive Micah Parsons donning our colors, reality seems to be pulling us back with real shocks behind the scenes. Strong statements, stalled negotiations, and a front office that needs to show courage, or will it keep its arms crossed? Get ready for an analysis that will poke wounds, ignite debates, and, of course, make you think about what could really happen next with the Bears. Welcome. Show your support for the Bears by reaching 100 likes on today's video. Let's go straight to the point with Micah Parsons, the Dallas Cowboys phenomenon, who recently requested a trade due to a deadlock in contract negotiations with the Jones family, owners of the Cowboys. This request was not just a cold shower, it was a storm that rekindled dreams among Bears fans, who see Parsons as the key piece to transform the defense into a true wall. However, the Cowboys coaching staff and management insist they have no plans to trade the young pass rusher. This rigid stance is surprising, considering Parsons, at only 26 years old, already boasts impressive stats, 52.5 sacks in just 4 seasons, placing him among the league's top players. On the other hand, Dallas's refusal to trade Parsons can be seen as a power play and market value strategy, similar to Khalil Mack's 2018 trade, which netted multiple first-round picks. The Parsons situation is alike but even more complex. Since that bold trade that marked Bears history, fans have held on to hopes of reliving that magnificent moment. For now, the reality is that the Cowboys hold their ground firmly, with reporter Diana Russini confirming there are no plans to trade Parsons despite interest from several teams. Amid this stalemate, Parsons' statements on social media reveal frustration and weariness. He no longer wants closed-door negotiations without his agent present, and he condemns the negative narratives spread by the media about him. This has a double impact. It shows his emotional strain and sends a red flag to the Bears, who must prepare for all possibilities, including a no. This tension inevitably sparks passionate debates among fans about the front office led by Ryan Poles, who has shown willingness to act decisively in prior trades but now has to decide if he's ready to confront the giant Dallas Cowboys. Good news? If the Cowboys decide to throw in the towel and trade Parsons, Ryan Poles won't hesitate to make the necessary offer, even if it costs multiple first-round picks and a contract that resets the market for edge rushers. It's a fact that players like Parsons don't come cheap, but the Bears, facing a glaring need in that position, especially since the third-best pass rusher currently is Austin Booker, have to think big, open their wallets, and make a move that could change the team's story in 2025. A year when the Bears aim to return to the playoffs. The detail is that, tempting as comparisons with the past are, the present paints a complicated picture. Parsons' potential is unquestionable, yet the current context demands caution. The Bears management either doesn't want, or can't, make a risky move that might compromise the team's future for an immediate effect. High-stakes bets can turn into heavy burdens if negotiations fail or the player doesn't adapt. Considering injuries and inconsistent performances from Montez Sweat and Dayo Odeyingbo, the team cannot afford missteps. This tug-of-war between desire and reality makes the Bears' future so fascinating and so uncertain. The truth is, as much as everyone wants Parsons wearing the blue and orange number 11, the tough market and the Cowboys' inflexible stance might dampen this dream. But as experts say, where there's smoke, there may be fire. Those willing to dig into the game behind the game know this story isn't finished. What lies beyond this silence curtain could be one of the most decisive moves this offseason for the Bears. And if this plot still seems too distant, here's the fundamental counterpoint. The Bears are not just sitting and waiting for Parsons. They have a concrete, high-caliber trade proposal. The plan includes not just a first-round pick to attract Dallas but also Austin Booker, seen as an emerging talent, and future picks that could sweeten the deal. This shows Chicago means business and understands the weight of the game in trying to get what they need. Another point to highlight is that, despite Parsons' immense talent and the Bears' desire, the edge rusher market isn't as inflated as one might think. Players like Myles Garrett, another elite pass rusher, were reportedly valued no higher than a single first-round pick when seeking trades, which gives hope to the Bears that they might avoid multiple first-round picks for Parsons. This situation benefits Chicago, offering room to craft an attractive yet reasonable offer for Dallas. Moreover, the Bears recognize the crucial need to reinforce a sector that has become a true performance bottleneck. Chicago's defense needs an immediate impact, something Parsons would definitely bring. The constant pressure on opposing quarterbacks, athletic prowess, and leadership skills of Parsons would make a difference not only in isolated games but throughout the season. This transformation could position Chicago as a standout in the NFC North, a goal that feels increasingly attainable. The fans, who have been demanding renewal and improved efficiency behind the scenes, see in Parsons not just a reinforcement but a symbol of ambition and management's commitment. Patience is running thin and the call for upgrades is growing louder. The challenge for the front office is balancing investments, complying with the salary cap, and still surprising rivals with a move that could rewrite Bears history. It's a bold step, but necessary for those who want to break free from stagnation and dream big again. Finally, it's vital to highlight that not everything is in the Bears' hands. The market dynamics, the Cowboys' stance, and Parsons' own will create a minefield of decisions in the coming weeks. Negotiations can sink or take off at any moment, and fans must be ready for both ecstasy and frustration. But one thing is certain, the upcoming season will be marked by high expectations, pressure, and a collective desire to see Chicago stronger and more competitive. Having analyzed both sides of this story, it's clear that despite the deadlock, the Bears can't just fold their arms. A robust trade proposal exists, the players' desire is known, and the market presents a narrow but real window for a deal. The only question for the Bears is, are they ready to go all the way and take a giant leap toward the defensive revolution the franchise so desperately needs? Final opinion, the Micah Parsons and Bears saga mirrors the challenges that teams like Chicago face in building a competitive roster today, where financial balance weighs as much as technical quality. The front office must act with the courage of those who know future wins depend on bold moves now, not just hope. Without decisive action, the Bears risk stagnating in a market that waits for no hesitance. And you, Bears fan, what do you think? Should the team invest heavily in Parsons and take on the risk of a major financial and future assets investment, or is it better to stay cautious and seek less impactful but cheaper reinforcements? Leave your opinion in the comments and join this discussion that can define the franchise's path. Don't forget, like this video, share it with your Bears-loving friends, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any hot analysis about our team. Your participation is key to keeping this debate alive and vibrant. See you next time. Total Real Characters, without extra spaces 8508.